Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Just a Thought, and this is a very special episode for me. And as I told you on Sunday, I was gonna talk to you about autism, especially adults, how they deal with change, navigate through life, social circles, through jobs and parties and travel and all that, and with change, especially with change, it's like you might necessarily like it, but they can't handle change very well. So I'm going to talk about that. But a little bit about myself. I was a little different. I always felt I was a little different growing up, a little socially awkward, trying to make friends, trying to do stuff, just to be a part of something, just may not necessarily be what people would want to hear or want to see, they just don't understand it, so they make fun of you, talk about you behind your back, just like see you as weird, whereas all this is socially awkward. They don't know how to handle people like me, and they fear what they don't understand, and the ridicule and the jabber, it is awful. But back then we didn't have any resources. We just were put in special classes, certain things, we didn't have much access to memory things about autism, where as they did in studies, they did testing, and certain things, take different people, talk to different people, mainly it was just male. So after these studies were all around males, were not females. So we didn't get a true understanding of our center. We were probably just OCD, ADHD, weird, like, back into the classroom kind of people. It's really centered. So I got this autism thing, and so from Newsweek, especially autism, but girls and women, especially in their later years. So talks about travel and motherhood as an autistic person, an autistic mom, and also people and raising kids who are autistic, just to navigate those things they have to navigate, just like sometimes it's a beast, and what you need is a support system. And you have different articles in here, and different articles in here on certain subject, and that's on Newsweek, and which I found at work, which is very interesting. It just makes a lot of sense. And I was diagnosed on September 26, 2023, at the age of 46, and it gave me a lot of clarity, and it's just a lot of things that happened in my life made a lot more sense. And we still have our moments, and now we understand why we are the way we are, why we act the way we act is because of certain studies, but it's still ongoing. And autism in women was never a thought until years later, like in the starting late 80s, early 90s, and then going on to the 21st century, where a lot of people were talking about their experiences, and going to therapy, being tested, just stuff like that, where more options were available. And for me, that just gave me hope, and having that autism, especially at work trying to navigate through that gave me a sense of confidence as well. And I don't talk very much, just like try to we won't dip in the waters too often, and just like I try to stay within my boundaries, and it's in being able to sit still and being able to just navigate, with picking up social cues, just understanding what people are talking about is just really hard. It's really tough, especially in your later life. But you get a better understanding. You can work off that, make it better, and with change is a beast. Especially when a lot of changes are happening to you all at once. You just get overwhelmed, especially because we're used to routine. Yeah, it's like we get the same coffee, same kind of breakfast, same time. You do the same thing, just same things every morning. Just like certain things you have to have, certain foods you have to have, and change is basically like if you throw a monkey in the wrench, it just throws them off, and just throws them for a loop. It really does, and really can't. Takes them a while to adjust, and then takes a while to go off, and they still know what to do, and it takes a while, and it takes special kind of people to understand that, and that's why it's always great to have a good support. It's always great to have a support system. And what happened with me on Sunday came to a head. I was coming off a couple other pretty tough days, and one of our very respected supervisors was going to another store. One of my friends of mine were moving to Phoenix from Vegas, and now 2 people from our church are leaving our church to go go off on another mission, and not out of the country, but they're elsewhere, to go where God's called them to. And it was too much. It was like I spent about half an hour after service trying to get myself together, and it was good. It took some people, who understood, and I was trying to explain to them why this was difficult, why I was so overwhelmed, why, just like, and they understood, which is great. You need people to talk to, people who understand that your autism. So it's really great, just like if you're having trouble navigating through change, sudden change can be overwhelming. It really is. And they try to get used to the new normal, another change in the future is like, it's just, you got that different feeling, and it gives, with these changes, it gave me a sense of that, because there's something that coming down the pipeline that, I felt like I'm going to be called to, and I felt like there was a change in me where else I needed to be, and the path I'm going to be led on. And this, whether it be, I think, coaching, my coaching, or going to another job, or whatever the case may be, I pray if as well it'll take me to a place where I can do the most good where He's called me to. So, and if you're getting the wholesome talk, if Ephesians 29 always comforts me. It's like, do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs. And that's always given me comfort, especially for me, someone like me. And it really is just try to touch each other with love and respect, and dignity, and especially in the change, you rejoice and pray and give thanks in all circumstances, where it says in 1 Thessalonians 5:16-18, rejoice always, pray continually, and give thanks in all circumstances. And I'm thankful that I got my diagnosis when I did, gave me better understanding of who I am, why I am the way I am, and I can use that to help others, who are going through it, especially whether it be as a teenager or as an adult. That's why I had that feelings. So, and I hope all this makes sense, and if this encouraged you or motivate you, you can like and subscribe, and so you'll know when the next episode drops, and share this with anyone who needs to hear it. And so I thank you so much for all you do, and have a great rest of your day.